If you want to really see something that said, take a look at what happened.
An assassination attempt against our former president, Donald Trump.
And this morning on Sunrise, former President Trump is moving full steam ahead. A look at the Republican National Convention where he is set to appear.
Politics must never be a little battlefield, God forbid, a killing field.
Plus, President Biden addressing the nation and former President Donald Trump Sunday, his call to action for Americans.
He wasn't like with the clique, so he was always had a, target on his back. Just being like bullied.
Well, authorities are piecing together a profile of the man suspected of taking aim at former President Trump. 20-year-old Thomas Matthew Crooks as they try to find the motive.
Regardless of what political party you're affiliated with, no one deserves to experience that.
And Arkansans reacting to the news, how your local leaders are responding as they head to the Republican National Convention. 4029 News Sunrise starts right now.
Live, local, late breaking. This is 4029 News Sunrise.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to 4029 News Sunrise. I'm Yuna Lee.
And I'm Phil Reed. Today is an impact day, so let's get right to 4029 meteorologist Majestic Storm for a look at the forecast. So Majestic, why is today an impact day?
Oh, it is going to be hot. This weekend it was hot, but now we're heading into our new week with even hotter temperatures, more humidity. So we are just getting you ready and prepared for the heat. Let's start with a live look. We'll take you out towards Fort Smith. Notice clear skies. It's going to be an absolutely beautiful day. As we're heading out the door, though, those temperatures, they're still pretty warm. We didn't cool down all too much last night in northwest Arkansas. I mean, it's 4:30 in the morning, and we're at 80 degrees in Fayetteville right now. It's 78 in Bentonville, Rogers, 78 back towards Prairie Grove and Lincoln. As we head into the River Valley, also multiple places waking up to 80s from Pensacola to Alma, 78 for Ozark, and 79 out towards LaFleur. Good morning to everyone out there in eastern Oklahoma. As far as our day goes, it's going to be beautiful. Find a nice way to stay cool, though, because it is going to be a hot one. Temperatures today in northwest Arkansas, they'll mainly rise into the mid to upper 90s. Not a huge difference as to what we saw yesterday, and yesterday was really, really hot. In the River Valley, upper 90s could sneak in a couple of low 100-degree temperatures as well, with lots of sunshine. The National Weather Service has issued heat advisories, Phil. That starts at 1 o'clock today. It'll stay in place until later on tonight. We'll talk about how hot it's actually going to feel for the next few days, plus when that cold front is moving in.
Majestic, thanks. Former President Donald Trump is in Milwaukee for day one of the Republican National Convention. This comes after the attempted assassination on Saturday.
And the Trump campaign planning to highlight the former president's plan for the economy as the weeks have taken a dark turn. The security as a top concern at the convention.
We are confident in these security plans that are in place for this event, and we're ready to go. It's been an 18-month process.
As Trump arrived, he was seen pumping his fist in the air. In a new interview with the New York Post, Trump says, quote, "I want to try to unite our country, but I don't know if that's possible. People are very divided," end quote. Trump's vice presidential pick is expected to speak on Wednesday and Trump on Thursday. Investigators say the man suspected of trying to assassinate Trump is Thomas Matthew Crooks, a 20-year-old who worked at a nursing home. Crooks' high school classmates say that he was rejected by the rifle team for being such a bad shot. It was considered dangerous.
He wasn't like with the clique, so he was always had a, target on his back.
He was just bullied, he was bullied so much.
Well, the FBI says that Crooks was not on their radar. No motive has been found just yet. Investigators are looking at his cell phone to see if he was consuming any misinformation.
And remember, while we may disagree, we are not enemies. We're neighbors, we're friends, co-workers, citizens, and most importantly, we're fellow Americans. We must stand together.
That's President Biden's message as he addressed the nation from the Oval Office. The president discussed how he spoke with his political rival, but the main message was to not let the attempted assassination of Trump divide our country further down party lines.
We cannot, we must not go down this road in America. We've traveled before throughout our history. Violence has never been the answer. You know, the political record in this country has gotten very heated. It's time to cool it down. We all have a responsibility to do that.
The president wrapped up his speech by telling Americans to solve their issues by voting rather than choosing violence. A husband and a father to Corey Comparatore is being called a hero after shielding his family from the gunfire. The Pennsylvania governor ordered all flags in the state to fly at half-staff Sunday to honor him.
At least 2 other people were injured in the shooting. 57-year-old David Dutch of New Kensington, Pennsylvania, and 74-year-old James Copenhaver of Moon Township, Pennsylvania. Both are listed in stable condition.
This morning, we're hearing from local lawmakers on the assassination attempt of former President Donald Trump.
And 4029's Lakira Banks joins us now in studio. And Lakira, what's the latest?
Unifil, lawmakers from both sides of the aisle are issuing statements after that shooting in Pennsylvania on Saturday. Both the Republican and Democratic parties of Arkansas are condemning political violence and calling for prayers for the former president. Now, this all comes ahead of the Republican National Convention set to take place tonight. That's where the party is expected to formally nominate Donald Trump as their candidate. State Representative and National Committeewoman for the Arkansas Republican Party for Arkansas, Minnie McClendon, is in Milwaukee for the convention, and she says now there's an added emphasis on security.
So we have policemen and Homeland Security, Secret Service everywhere. But what I have heard is even the protest zone will be moved back significantly further, just to make sure that we are protecting our delegates and our guests as well as we can.
She says there's been a tone shift as a lot more people are solemn after that incident on Saturday. And she says a prayer vigil will be held today. Live in studio, Lakira Banks, 4029 News.
All right, Lakira, thanks so much. And Governor Sarah Huckabee Sanders was quick to share her reaction to the shooting. She says, quote, President Trump won't be stopped. America can't be broken. Pray for our country. Coming up, our sister station WGAL teams up with our Washington bureau to break down the latest information surrounding the Trump assassination attempt investigation. Well, the woman accused of kidnapping and killing a pregnant woman and her unborn baby is expected in court today in Benton County.
Police say Amber Waterman lured 33-year-old Ashley Bush into her car, killed her, and tried to take her child. Waterman pleaded not guilty in 2022.
And police are investigating a vehicle crash after it drove into a house in Fayetteville Sunday. It was on North Mission Boulevard. According to police, the vehicle's brakes failed, causing it to roll through a stop sign and into someone's home. Luckily, no one was hurt. The homeowner says his family is not allowed back into the house due to cracks in the foundation. After the attempted assassination of former President Trump, could we see a shift in the bitter political climate that's crippled the country for years?
Over the past 10 years, we've seen nearly a doubling in threats to public officials at all levels of government.
Coming up on Sunrise, we gauge how what was once unacceptable in American society has become painfully commonplace.
We are on the scene here in Butler County where the rally was held, where the former president was nearly assassinated. I'm Caitlin Smith. We'll have the latest on the investigation today.